Welcome back, folks. Small Town Family Dream, the 2012 release from the Josh Abbott Band, has shot this group to another level. We got the story behind the production process, the guys themselves. Let's check it out.
When we started out the band, it was me and a few fraternity brothers, and Austin was the first, and he's still with me. I met him, and he was a pledge, and I was like, dude, we should play together. And we started the band, and then we met Preston not very long after that. So for us to start that at a younger age, and here we are, 5, 6 years later, and to have the success that we've had, but even more than that, just to be able to still be playing together and to be having fun. We get along great. We're all best friends. It's great. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, the faces may change, but the last names never do. It's a beautiful way of life in Idalou.
Well, I'm from a little town out in West Texas called Idalou. It meant a lot to me. I was the preacher's kid that traveled around and moved every year or two until we got to 8th grade. And we settled down in Idalou, and my parents promised me we'd stay there all through junior high and high school. And so, it just meant a lot to me to finally be somewhere. And I made a lot of great friends from there. And for a really small town, actually, quite a bit of successful people I feel like have come from there. And it's always something I've been proud of, my heritage as a small town guy, And I thought, I want to make an album that reflects that, but not necessarily just a song, right? Not just a song that's like, I'm from a small town. I wanted it to be an entire album, like a concept. Like when you listen to our album from front to back, like you feel like you've been a part of this community, even if you are somebody who grew up in Plano, Texas, right? Obviously, I wrote the song called Idalou, which kicks off the entire album. And then we did Adam Hood's song. And then it just kind of weaves in and out. One of the songs on the album is a song that compares the hardships of the drought to the hardships of a marriage, and it's called Rain Finally Coming Down. And I really enjoyed that song. It's not really one that grooves well with your, young, drunk kid crowd at our shows, but it's one that we really enjoyed making on the record.
At the end of the day, there's not enough for me to go around. But at least the rain has finally started coming down.
And then, of course, you have other songs on there that just, in small ways, really address like what it's to be like from a small town. It's not just gossipy neighbors and nosy neighbors, and it's more than that. It's everyone in the town, and if something happens, you know who to lean on. I just thought that was important when we made an album, to make an album that wasn't just a grouping of songs. I wanted to make something that was more special to me. Eric Herbst is listed as the producer on there, and he has an awesome studio up in Denton, Texas. I always encourage people to go up there and record. And he engineered the project and mixed it as well. But obviously we have a hand in it as a band. We're not just a lead singer that goes in there and is like, okay, show me the lyrics of this song I'm gonna sing I didn't write, and oh, that sounds great. We go in there and we kind of already know like what we want to do with the songs. And this was the first album that us as a band got to play on it. 3 months after we released She's Like Texas album, we finally formed the band I've always wanted, I feel like. We had James Hurtless come over and Caleb Keeter sign on, and I don't know, I just knew at that moment. And as soon as Austin came back, I knew that was the final missing piece, weirdly, even though he was the first one to start with me. When he came back to the band, it was like, this is it.
That was such a band record. I mean, everybody had their own hand in it, and you saw this uniqueness from different people's perspectives.
We tried to showcase the banjo a lot, which some people are like, why is there so many banjo solos? I'm like, it's country music. Why is there not?
You're in the real music country without them city ways. Get with the flatland farmer, the flat picks, and old guitar.
We're always pushing each other, on stage. I mean, you'd think sometimes I'm a defensive coordinator. I mean, I'll walk up back to that little talk-back mic that all the bands have, and I'll just, come on. Keep it, PG rated for this show, but I mean, I'll just get into it. Like, man, this crowd, they paid great money to be here, whether it's $5 or $20. They took the time to park, and wait in line, get dressed up, shave their legs, whatever they did. You know, they came out to have a good time and to see our band. So by God, you know, we're gonna give the best energy that we can. We're gonna meet them after the show. We're gonna be nice. I mean, we're gonna make them feel valued, not just like they came to a show, but like, you know, that they're a part of what we're doing.
You know, I just always felt like that's always really important, to have a good high energy live show, and these guys do great, and it's good to communicate that across with them whenever you're really good friends with everybody. And I think that's, you know, part of the being a band kind of deal.
Definitely.
That, you know, it shows, I think.
You know, as a whole, when we look back, we want people to, you know, our true fans that we have now and the ones we'll make over the next 10 years, to look back and say, man, that Small Town Family Dream record is one of the best ever. I love that album. You know, I would love to have people tell us that. Like, man, that album meant a lot to me. You know, my dad was a farmer and really took me back to, like, you know, another place.
Like living with you in our small town family.